That's working now. Hey, look at all these different endings that are exactly the same as last time. Oh, wait. They're still just the same as last time. Hello, welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Last time we discovered weird things were happening that were sort of kind of seeming inconsistent with the previous ending. As in, Sayo's father seems to be not here anymore. For some reason, what's her name? Rieko, I think. It's been a little while. I'm not great with names in the first place. Has taken a liking to little sister there. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting her name. The log. Just use the log. Mari. Oh my goodness. Why am I forgetting names? There's Himino, who's not here. Mayumi, Sayo, Rieko, Mari. Okay, I think that's everyone. And last time, Mari apparently killed the director who was inhabiting Kenji's body, I think? I'm still unclear at what point he started to do that. Whether he was always doing it, whether he was never doing that or something. I'm not sure. But still. Okay. And let's see, the last thing that happened specifically was... if someone else's sacrifice, Mari can come back, and she could do the same thing that the director was doing to inhabit Kenji's body, which is basically give up him. I mean, of course that's no... As a sister, I can't leave this be. Actually, I'm not... This one doesn't actually... Neither of them sound like saying yes to them. That's more definitive there. Of course, this is something that is unacceptable. I don't have to have Mari do something like that. I look into Mari's face. I have no idea what kind of face I'm making myself. You can't do that, Mari. But I want to be with you, big sister. But that way is unacceptable. Avert my gaze from Mari. Can't look into her face anymore. My emotions and my sense of logic are at war. There's an internal struggle as I try to hold my sense of ethics. Feelings that I know are wrong are raging within me. I mean, sure, you want your little sister back, but I would never want to go to tell someone that, like, your beloved family member died. There's a way for them to come back, but it only can be done if you kill someone else, or if someone else dies. Not necessarily you killing them, but if someone else dies. They could even be a stranger. But you will have to know every time you look at that family member's face for the rest of their existence, they will be using that body, and you have to remember that that person, the real person who inhabited that body, died for that sake. It's incredibly selfish on the side of you and your family member, yes. But sometimes being selfish isn't the worst thing in the world. So it's hard for me to just say no. Yes, it is unacceptable. But is it unacceptable to a point that a person would be unwilling to do it in this case, particularly? I want to be with her forever. But it's not a good way to go about it. I don't want to say goodbye here. This is reality. But I thought that you would be happy, big sister. There's no way I could be. The reason I screamed out like that is merely to alleviate some of these emotions. Big sis? No, that isn't what So you've rejected her, your own sister. Sakinuma Rieko runs her hand along Mari's shoulders, then brings her back into her side. Mari opens her eyes wide, a terrified expression on her face. Shut it. Yeah, it's obvious that nothing will come about from such a decision. Mari crumples over, falling to her knees on the spot. Mari! It's you who's been rejected, isn't it? Faltering at Sakinuma Rieko's provocative words, I stop moving for a moment. In that moment, the entire director's office seems to begin pulsing. Blue light begins to flow out from the tank. This room is being repaired. As the room is enveloped in light, the damage fades away. Instantly, the director's office changes into a clean room with no ruin or deterioration. That's fine, all this power, I'll gather it here. It doesn't end with the blue light flowing into the room. What? There's some sort of projection within the light. Just as Sayu says, something is faintly being projected within the blue light. Gradually, the contours come into focus, revealing it to be the Manton East building. This is... The blue light that has filled the room is reminiscent of a movie projection screen. After 1 minute passes, what's being projected becomes clear beyond a shadow of a doubt. Himeno? Himeno and I are shopping inside Manton East building. We both look like we're having fun. What we're looking at appears to be a recorded video. However, the version of myself shown in the video is unfamiliar to me. What you're looking at is one possibility. It's a possible future. Oh, was that the... That was the, Princesses of Drop, the true ending too, wasn't it? Mari-chan, you should understand. Saginuma Rieko shouts towards Mari in a loud voice. You've been rejected. Your big sister chose not you, Mari-chan, but a future with her friend. Mari-chan, you've been cast aside. Wait, really? Wait. I did not recognize one of those. Wait. There's an ending with the girl from the prologue. Shoot, I'm forgetting names, but she was really cool. And she was the friend of Sayu that jumped and went to a coma. Right? And it was with Mayumi and Himeno too. And Sayu, but I don't remember anything like that ever happening. Huh, is that in one of the other endings? Maybe it's true end 3. The video is showing other images of us now. Mixed in with those images are things I actually did experience. All of them are possibilities. But what Saginuma Rieko is saying is wrong. That's not true. There's no way it could be true. I would never toss Mari aside. I mean, the reason that she's already dead. She is. Was the reason she never made her way out to the other side of this story is because she was already dead many years ago. And you can't just change that. What Mayumi did came to an acceptance of that, not anything else. What are you trying to do by making excuses? Within this footage, Mari-chan is nowhere to be seen. But you're smiling like you're having such a good time. Me too. Why? Footage of Sayu hanging out with us is also being shown. There's also images of her chatting happily with a girl I don't know. This version of me, I don't know. This is wrong. Mari, it is. I don't want to hear it. It's a lie. Even as I shout out to her, there's no way I will be able to reach Mari. I've already been rejected by her. Nakanobe Mari is not needed in the life of Nakanobe Mayu. Even if you're not there, this is all your sister needs in her future to keep a smile on her face. The images are shooting by too fast now. There's too much to take in, and it's all become impossible to pick up on. But Mari's no longer looking at the future displayed before us. She's not looking at anything at all. If you want your sister to need you, you already know what you have to do. Don't you, Mari-chan? Hurry. You don't have to do anything. I gather myself and rush to Mari's side. There's nothing Saginuma Rieko can say now that will make me falter. Mari. When I reach out my hand to Mari, something gets in my way. It feels as though I've been thrust back hard by somebody. No, at that moment, I'm sure that I was thrown back by something. Mari still isn't looking at me. The projection has already disappeared. The light enveloping the room has gradually become red. It's a deep red, just like blood. It's getting red. It feels like something's about to happen. At Ayu's words, my own sense of wariness grows stronger. However, I have to tell Mari. I have to get her to understand. There's no way I could ever not need her. Now, Erase Sakuragi Sayo once and for all. If you want to have your sister all to yourself. No! Mari looks at Sayo with her eyes wide open. That something that tossed me back was now probably attack Sayo. To erase Sayo, to tempt Mari into doing so. This is absolutely unforgivable. Saying this, I step between Mari and Sayo and spread both my hands out wide in an imposing stance. No matter what happens, I won't take my eyes off Mari. That is my intent. I continue watching her. After some time passes, there is no change. A slight silence follows through this world enveloped in red. The one who finally opens her mouth is Mari. So, I guess no one needs me after all. Mari's voice is so discouraged, it seems as though she will sink into the depths of my ears. It's the first time I've ever heard such a voice. Before Mari's words become completely vanished from this room, I cry out, "That's not true." Liar! Along with her words, a purple light begins to swirl around Mari. Sayu, Mayumi, you need to run. I can't leave Mari behind. As if trying to match the appearance of the light, the room begins to vibrate. I lose my balance, but grab onto the desk to keep myself standing. Mari, why are you doing this? The lady told me so. She said that you don't need me, big sister. Hey, listen to what I'm telling you. That's not what I'm thinking at all. In 5 years, you never came back to look for me, big sister. I couldn't. I was too afraid to confirm that you were really gone. I'll have you all to myself. I want to be together with you forever. You said I was the only one who could do it. After Mari's words, it's Sakinuma Rieko's sticky voice who takes over. It's beginning now. This world, it's being reconstructed. I can't move. She clicks her tongue after the short word. Sayo's harsh stare is being returned by both Mari and Sakinuma Rieko. The room shaking immediately becomes stronger. I just keep myself standing, and that is taking all that I have. The violet light with Mari at its center grows even more intense. It's the striking colored light makes keeping my eyes open painful. I can't take it anymore. I think those words were my final chance. Huh? What is this sensation? I can't see anything. Thanks to a violent shock from the striking light, I shut my eyes and collapse to the ground. The next moment, I lose my sense of equilibrium. Which is up, which is down. The moment I lose my sense of direction, my consciousness sinks into the sea. What now? Beep 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 beep. Sound of my alarm clock is a little day, but I open my eyes. I open my eyes to piercing lights and up so fierce. Oh my god, this is actually getting sort of annoying. Oh my god, this is actually sort of really loud too. I'm on top of bed I bought recently, looking over the hardcover. I don't really remember things. Seeing Ruben taking freely on the bed seems to sleep without studying the book. Okay, there we go. My voice comes out as a mixture of a sigh and a yawn. I have school again today. Fuck school. I changed into my school uniform and headed for the kitchen table on the first floor. I am Nakanobe Mayumi. You could say I'm a typical third-year junior high student. My hobbies are reading and watching TVs and movies. I like fashion, but I'm on a fixed allowance, so I can't really buy much. Good morning. I live in a 3-story house, where the first floor is the living room and kitchen, the second floor is my parents' room, and the third floor is the kids' room. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing we're still in the Red Mountain Aquarium. It's just being reconstructed so Mai can live her life how she wants to. Messing with people's memories and whatnot. Or maybe Mayumi's just straight up dead. She could just be straight up dead and it's like part of Mountain Aquarium now too. I mean, that's a possibility. Big sister, you're already running late. Make sure you wash your face. I did. Are we having salmon for breakfast today? It's always fish. Why are we always eating fucking fish? I don't think I've ever eaten anything but fish in this household. It's been so long since I haven't had fish. Our parents are, well, that's right. They get up to early to go to work in the morning and come home late at night. That's why my morning routine is to eat the breakfast that Mari makes. I'm the older one, but Mari's cooking skills are light years ahead of mine. I mean, my specialty is eating. Big sister, the first thing you say is always, "What's for breakfast, isn't it?" Hey, I said something a little different today. Mari goes to the same school as I do. She's one grade below me, but she's a little taller than I am. Okay, it's almost done. By the way, your prediction was totally right, big sis. Mari sets the food on the table in the way I've become accustomed to, setting down the salmon grilled with salt, pickled vegetables, the kabu, and miso soup. Meanwhile, I dish out the rice from the rice cooker and set it on the table along with the chopsticks. You know, it's really funny about how all this stuff actually is made of fish, too. Have you ever had fish rice? It's delicious. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Yeah, eat up. By the way, our midterm exam results came out today. How depressing. Oh, and you're still smiling about it. I'm just imagining you're just like smiling. How depressing. Let's not talk about that. Big sister, just mentioning the word test to you is bad, isn't it? When did our life become like a really generic high school, like, anime? Don't say it's bad, jeez. Although during the real thing, I read some of the questions and passages wrong and made a lot of calculation errors. How do you know that? Just assume that you did. In terms of grades, Mari's are better than mine. Sometimes we study together and comprehension is about the same. I'm chalking up to our difference in grade level and scope of classwork. So basically, she's the same intelligence as you, yet you're like a year older. That would make sense. Why are you doing worse? In other words, the difference is definitely in the difficulty of the real test. Why can't I seem to master doing good when it counts? After the summer, you have entrance exams, don't you? Let's talk even less about that. My head's full enough with all this stuff about midterms. Make sure you pick a high school we can both go to. Oh, right, they're in middle school. For some reason I'm thinking they're high school again. It doesn't matter. Can't make it into a private school, even though Mitsuba's uniforms are really cute. We chat away lightly as time passes at the breakfast table. It's interesting that Mari seems like much more successful than Mayumi. It definitely seems like something Mari might have made up in terms of the world. Listening to the news flowing from the TV that was left on, we both get ready for school. Our lunches will be leftovers from last night, but boiled and stewed words that have set overnight are more permeated with flavor, making them delicious. Okay, let's go, big sister. Okay. The two of us always walk to school together. I think we get along pretty well as sisters while at school. It's not a large school, so we often pass each other in the building. But Mari always says hi to me, so excitedly that it's like she's gonna jump after me. Though it's a little embarrassing that she won't stop doing that, even after getting to junior high. I don't really think it's a bad thing. It's Mayu, Yuku. Oh, Himeno? Hey, Himeno! So Mari just wanted the future with all the friends that she was involved in. And she's apparently a lot better than me at everything, too. This still sounds like something Mari would make up. Approaching the school, I hear a familiar voice calling me. My classmate, Tamagawa Himeno. She is my best friend. Well, she's my best friend, but she's not a better friend to me than Mari, because Mari's so great. Himeno is a little ways ahead, waving her hand and calling me. Himeno. Well, I'm gonna catch up to her. See you later. Big sis? Aw, she's so sad. I turn to Mari and give a little wave, then jog after Himeno. In Mari's eyes, I get the sense of seeing a deep color I've never seen before. Morning, Himeno. Good morning. Hey, did you hear Mayu? As soon as I catch up to Himeno, begins talking really fast. When I'm with her, I get the feeling about 80% of the time Himeno's done doing the talking, but I think it's more fun that way. It's at that moment. Himeno begins to have a coughing fit. I assume it's just her throat getting choked up from starting to talk so fast and so suddenly, but I'm wrong. Oh, crap, back to the gloop. Himeno coughs. She vomits something out of her mouth. It's a cream-colored something. Plop, plop. On top of the asphalt, granules and fibers dance about. Even though I realize they're all living things, I think it takes me at least a minute. No. Parasites. I've seen them on TV and in illustrated reference books. Himeno's throwing up so many that they are clumping together. Each one moves on its own with such stimulation, a bit of blood seems to be mixed in with them. Himeno? Out of my face. The hole in Himeno's face is completely blocked up with the parasites she's coughed up. They squirm around on her skin as if they might be alive. Before I can comprehend the sight before my eyes, my consciousness becomes turbid. Okay, I'll go first. We're gonna just forget about Himeno. Screw Himeno. This is gonna be like kill off the side characters that aren't Mari. This is Manton Aquarium. Manton is a premier shopping district where one can enjoy shopping, food, movies, bowling, karaoke. It's a small aquarium inside Manton East Building, which serves as the town symbol. Big sis, do your best. This girl is not gonna. She's gonna say so. Okay, I don't know why she's saying that again. Seen the tunnel tank and jellyfish booth, and even a show at the stage. Since we have year-long passports, we come here all the time. No matter how often we come, we never get sick of it, because it's the aquarium. You must love the aquarium. The aquarium is life. The aquarium is love. It seems there was a deep-sea fish booth long before we started coming here, but it's closed off now. I've always wanted to see the rare fish of the deep sea. When we're older, Mari and I want to check out the big aquarium down in Okinawa together. Huh. So this is just like a really small aquarium. It never seemed that big in the first place, I guess. Here goes. And now I'm taking a shot at the gacha machines in the souvenir shop. There are cute keychains with charms shaped like drops with creatures from the aquarium inside. And the lineup consists of jellyfish, starfish, orcas, penguins, and whales. Ooh. Give me up. Yeah, I'd say orca. There aren't many whales at Manton Aquarium, but oh well. Each one has a different colored droplet as well. My goal is, of course, the jellyfish. I put my coin in and turn the lever. Oh, yes, I did it. Hole in one. Jellyfish. It's the jellyfish keychain. Oh, big sister, you're amazing. It's my turn now. I'm gonna give you mana. Mai puts a coin in with great force. It's a starfish. One more time. Do your best. You're not gonna get it, are you? Mai puffs up her cheeks and puts in another coin. The result is another starfish. Maybe I'll get one. Oh, big sister, you say it like it's so easy. Should we trade? I also like the starfish and think it's cute. It's fine, I'm going to keep it until I get one. Besides, I want the one that matches yours. Then why don't we just have matching starfish ones? I say this in an exasperated tone. Mari says no, in a careless tone that puts both of her hands up. It has to be matching jellyfish ones, because then the story wouldn't make sense if we did starfish. When things get like this, Mai becomes obstinate and won't budge. Even though our triggers might be different, our personalities are similar in this regard, so I understand. Staying true to her word, Mari carries on relentlessly, spending up all her allowance. Starfish, starfish, starfish. There's only one jellyfish in the whole thing, the rest of them are just starfish. But how much time passes, no jellyfish ones come out. I take a step back and watch over Mari, and turn around when I hear someone call Mayumi. Is that girl with you alright? Oh, Sayu. That's no good. Gambling takes a bit of magic. I'm sure you're really good at... Oh, Miku, that was her name. I'm sure you're really good at gambling, Miku. You seem the type who would be amazing at it. Ah, and Miku. Sakuragi Sayu and Minato Miku. We go to different schools, but they're friends of mine. Though she was brusque with me at first, Sayu and I get along. And it was she who introduced me to Miku. After that, we start hanging out with each other on occasion. Now it's your two's turn to die. Ah, your little sister. Mari, was it? Which one does she want? The jellyfish. She wants one that matches mine. Ah, there are way too many starfish. Good thing I want a starfish myself. Want to trade? Minato, every time you come to play those machines. Sayu says this in an exasperated tone, like everything she says. There's no mistaking that we're thinking the same thing. Be that as it may, this is good news. I call out to Mari, so dedicated to her repeated attempts that she had zoned out. Mari, Mika-chan says he'll trade you. Come here. Mari turns back once and looks this way. that moment, I get the sense of a deep color within Mari's eyes that I've never seen before. Mari quickly looks back at the gotcha machine and turns her back to us. Sorry, seems like she's really trying to concentrate. The two of them are not there. No, they probably are. More confused than I can put into words. Two of them have all but disappeared, but with the exception of their legs. Nothing but their legs. Just their legs. What the fuck happened? This must be one of the bad endings. Their torsos have melted into a red slime-like form. A vicious gel spreads along the floor. It seems to twitch and shake as if they are living things within. What is this? I can't even begin to comprehend this. Everything above the little that's left of their ankles has also been dyed a deep red and is melting. The melted slime-like portion is mixed with the previously melted parts of their bodies. Right before my eyes, all that remains is their clothes and shoes. No. In an instant, my friends have been erased from this world. My consciousness becomes turbid. Unable to embrace my tottering body, I sink into the deep sea. Again. Today in music class, Aiueo-sensei was so funny. Yeah. Speaking of which, next week, Kimizono Part 3 comes out. Big sister, let's go see it. Yeah. It's been hot lately. Wanna go get a new shirt and miniskirt? Will you go with me? Yeah. The final exams are awful, aren't they? Do you still have your questions from last year? Well, it's not like they'd use the same questions anyways, but they would be good study material. But yeah. I'm gonna be the Prime Minister when I grow up. I'll get rid of all tests and exams. Everyone can just focus on doing lots of fun things. Yeah. What's your dream, big sister? What do you like these days, big sister? Yeah. I really like saying yeah. Hey, big sister, are you happy? Yeah. Bullshit. Aren't you having fun? You aren't having fun? Yeah. I see. Mari. You're clearly very important to her. But you are not the only thing in a person's life. A person very rarely will be happy if you take away the things that make them happy and leave just one thing that leaves them happy left. This is where I died. The deep sea fish booth. Unable to see any fish or any other living things. There's nothing but space. You know, I thought about how I wanted to go to school with you, big sister. Mari places her hand on the tank and turns her gaze upward as if she's looking to the water's surface. Mari is a little bit taller than I. Her physical development, well, not complete, still seems to be ahead of my own. That's right, that's surely because it's one of Mari's possible appearances if she had lived. Mari. I clasp Mari's hand and look up at the tank as Mari's doing this. I wanted to have you all to myself, big sister. I thought that if I did, we could always be together, but I wasn't able to. I feel like Mari's somewhat adult tone of voice resembles mine a bit. Using your memories, big sister, as well as the accumulated memories within Manted Aquarium, I reconstructed this place. However, there was definitely a disturbance. Surely even more than what you experienced. Over and over again, I failed. I have no idea what you're saying, Mari, but this is a really nice aquarium, don't you think? I don't remember anything. Just smiling like an idiot. I take Mari's hand and smile. In actuality, what Mari's saying is on a larger scale, and it's something that I cannot grasp. In other words, I can keep you all to myself after all, because within your art, big sister, you have other friends. It's because I was no longer with you, big sister. No, because you no longer needed me? Mari looks into my eyes and tilts her head. I answer no. I laugh a little and say, you're so foolish. There wasn't a single day that I forgot about you, Mari. I just struggle to overcome my sadness, not being able to see you over and over again, but that was my own selfish desire. My parents' behavior must surely have been that way, too. Trying to pretend it didn't exist, they averted their eyes from their sadness. They That must be the single-minded logic of those who are left behind. But because I love you, Mari. This is beyond a doubt my true feeling. With large eyes, Mari looks at me. At our feet, the world begins to crumble. Hey, big sister? What? Do you think that the stars will grant a wish for me? I don't know. I wonder when that was. Was it when we went home on a family as a trip out as a family, or when we were coming home? I think it was the day we spent all afternoon having fun together. On a sandy beach at night, Mari and I were talking like that. As our parents watched over us from a distance, I'm pretty sure we had a fairly complicated conversation. Bathing in the light from the stars that filled the expanse of sky feels even more refreshing than sunbathing. Mari, what do you wish for? The two of us look so much alike. The two of us enjoy letting our hair down and playing with each other's. When together, we often make mistakes, or we're often mistaken for twins. At those times, I have a tendency to pout. But I'm the big sister. That's what I thought. To be happy with you, big sister. Always. That was my wish. Mari, speaking beyond her years, said softly, "Unchanged from that time, it's an infinitely pure wish." Thank you, Mari. Bathed in the light of the stars, I can do nothing other than smile. The feelings that flow out from me are ones I can't clearly put into words. My wish wasn't granted by the stars. But if I think back on it, I was wrong. My wish is to have you all to myself, big sister. And it wouldn't be granted. At that moment that I died, my wish was supposed to be put on hold. When you go against reality, it can never go well. Because if this were reality, we had never seen each other again. Mari says this in a light tone. It's merely a voice of surrender, even amongst the distortion. I'm so happy that I saw you, Mari. But that we have to part so soon afterwards makes me sad. No, I don't want this. I finally found you. As I give those words a voice, I realize my heart is more brittle than I thought. That which overflows from my eyes is something that I cannot stop with my own strength. Mari, I've been holding it in this whole time. I've really wanted us to say something this whole time, that I don't want to say goodbye. That's why, from the moment I saw Mari, it was impossible for me not to pursue her. Geez, you're the older sister, you can't cry. But, besides, the one who's disappearing is me, you know? Mari says, jokingly. There's no way I can respond to that. You know, I just wanted you to stay the kind of girl you are, Mari. Somehow, holding back my sobs, I continue. No matter what happens, you can't harm anyone or start anything. That's what I was rejecting. That's what I wanted to tell you, Mari. Because I'm your big sister. Before I know it, 5 years have come between us once more. Yep. At this rate, we won't be mistaken for twins anymore. Big sister, I decided what I'm going to wish for. Mari has become just as she was in my memories. Jumping up, Mari gives me an innocent smile. That you'll be happy from now on, along with your friends. I won't think of you as being taken away from me anymore, because I'm sure your friends will make you happy, big sister. This is my prayer. Stars won't grant my wishes, but if I pray, it's something I can grant on my own. I'm leaving all that I am to you, big sister. Okay. Thank you. No matter how the aquarium power fades, no matter if the energy from the grudge disappears, Mari has long since transcended time itself. Because up until now, from today forward, she will always be in my heart. Well, it's time for me to go. Before I go, rub my head. Of course. With Mari's innocent words, her mouth begins to smile broadly, Her eyes and mouth have completely different expressions. This is really strange. Drops that flow over the sink to the ground. I lightly drop my hand over onto Mari's head and begin to rub it. She has no body heat, but she still seems warm. I'm getting a bit sad now. Oh, okay. So these will result in different endings. And in the guide, it says that the choice I'm supposed to make is next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm finishing it here. You know, Mari is definitely a child, a selfish child with a simple wish to be happy, and to be happy with those important to her. She grew up a little bit as she realized that that's not quite as possible as she wished it was, because it isn't. At least not in a way that would actually make people happy. Yep. So, the choice that needs to be made in order to advance to the ending is supposedly this one. Mari, if that's what you really want, Al. As I say this, Mari shakes her head. Her long hair sways, bathed in the light of stars. I told you I would wish for it. This isn't your world, big sister. Mari gently pushes away my hand, which has been resting on her head. Mari, my hand, floating in mid-air with no place to go, lingers for a bit. Still, because of that, I softly make a fist. And punch. Mari straightens up and hits my fist with her own hands. See you later, big sister. Yeah, I love you, Mari. Me too, I love you. My fist doesn't feel as though anything's touched it. If Mari's body has become transparent in that last moment, we are unable to touch. But it's not a big deal, because our hearts have certainly become in sync. I really like this piano song. Mari goes into the sea of stars. I go the opposite way. Both of us walk in different directions. All that can be heard are her footsteps. I don't turn around because if I do, I'll surely chase after her. Finally, even her footsteps fade away. I can hear the sound of rippling waves. As I walk along, I am enveloped in light. That gentle, transparent blue light. My consciousness begins to return, and I can see how hard it is. I can feel how hard it is to breathe. There's pressure on my neck. My breathing is becoming shallow. Oh, is someone strangling me? Hey, Ryoko, stop strangling me. 1. Something's pushing my throat with great strength. The flow through my carotid arteries is being stopped up. Despite the fact that I'm finally waking up, my consciousness is starting to waver again. I wonder what is happening to me right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm dying. I could be dying. That's not Ryoko. Open my eyes in thin slits and faint shadows float in my vision. Actually, it could be Ryoko. Long hair, an outline that I've seen before, soft-looking skin. Slender arms are stretching out towards my neck, putting all their strength into wringing my neck. When I realize who it is, words I couldn't understand before become clear, as if a fog has been lifted. Go and die. The one wringing my neck is Himino. Trying to grab my neck with both of her hands, I can feel the pressure of her weight. Even as she wrings my neck, she has a frantic look. The proof is also in the fact that she doesn't kill me, even in my weakened state. Why are you? Is this not Himino? Because of the pressure being applied to my throat, I can't finish what I wanted to say. Himino looks down with her blue eyes, her glowing blue eyes. This isn't the color of Himino's eyes. Wait, is it? I don't remember the color of her eyes. How did you wake up? Her voice is racist out in my mind, but still, I clearly grasp that this is not Himino. With just that small change in tone, I get it, since I'm her best friend after all. Well then, what is going on here? Nakanobi Mari has gained the ability to withdraw power from Man's Aquarium, and this is because she maintains her individuality with her soul still connected to the collective Man's Aquarium. I attempted to seize the power she had amassed, however, Her power is so great that I could not force her to yield to me. Yeah, I sort of figured. This is definitely Ryeko. It's her doing this again. Since she is so pure, tainting her was quite simple. In order to create a world with only the two of you, that child squandered all of that power here. Power within this mountain aquarium that souls, or what we would call life energy as well. It is the thing keeping this world stable, and then if it disappears, let the world itself begin to crumble. You are... Somehow I maintained the fading consciousness and managed to desperately summon some sort of voice. As I listened to whatever it has that taken on Himeno's appearance, I suddenly realized I've heard this tone of voice before. As soon as that person's face appears in my mind, my feeling changes to certainty. Wait. Ayo-chan, what a pity. In order for me to continue to exist, I had to use her as a source of nourishment. What? No. No, 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 not again, not again. Oh, don't tell me. Saginuma Ryeko. Just as I realize that there's no strength left in my body. Due to my shallow breathing, there's no way I can make any rash movements. With no blood flowing to my brain, my thoughts are equally unfocused. I was able to find this body merely by chance. However, with this body, destruction is unacceptable. My final hope is you. When you escaped from Nakanobi Mari's birdcage, it was as if a miracle had occurred and I was very happy. Mari's birdcage. That's right. Intuitively, it is like that, being locked away for one's own good. But it's different. That was the world of Mari's heart. Of course, it was sad and lonely. She's been alone for 5 years. All she could do was continue to pray, make the ungraspable wish that she would see me again. I wanted to reject Saginuma Ryeko's words, however my body won't allow me to do so. I think I'm getting close to my limits. Little by little, I'm unable to keep my eyes open. When the world of the birdcage disappeared, the energy itself did not. All of it flowed into you. Oh, are you telling me I'm all powerful now? Ooh, interesting. Maybe you shouldn't tell me that while you're trying to kill me. Perhaps Nakanobi Mari has already disappeared. I'm no longer sensing her presence, and if she were here, she would try to interfere. When the two of you parted ways in that world, surely she gave you her energy. That's why I'll kill you, when I obtain that energy along with your body. I have no idea if she gave me her energy. What she did entrust me with was her gentle wish. But at this rate, I won't be able to keep my promise to Mari. At this rate, I'll die. If Saginuma Ryeko's words are true, no, surely this is real. If it weren't, there'd be no need for her to kill me in this situation, let alone explain herself while killing me. There's no mistaking the fact that the only reason I'm not dead yet is because she hasn't delivered the finishing blow. I'm going home. At that moment, I decided to believe in myself. I closed my eyes and surrendered to my fading consciousness. I did it. Yay! I did something. I succumbed to the blackness and the darkness and stuff or something. As I look at the small palm of my hand, I confirm this. In lieu of the mirror, I look at my body reflected in the tank before me. It's one of those cylindrical tanks in the jellyfish booth. It clearly depicts my entire body. Nakanobi Mayumi's body. Compared to Tamagama Himeno, she's strikingly less sturdy, but reflexes and firmness aren't important at this time. This is a feeling I haven't experienced until now. A sense of completeness throughout a body. To use an example, it's a feeling close to the pleasure of having sex. Am I Ryeko now? I think I might be Ryeko, being able to derive pleasure from sex in the body of a virgin. Though is something of a contradiction. I have the feeling that something other than myself is encroaching upon me. Oh, well, all that's different is, rather than a climax, there is a feeling of being able to exercise one's own power. With this girl, I'm certain I'll be able to expand the Red Mountain Aquarium. She bears the emotional strength to support the foreign containment flowing through her body, that is, a strong will to get home with her friend. In Nakanobi's Mayumi's case, she is likely undergoing a great emotional maturation. Well then, there's no time to be fooling around. Using the strength that Nakanobe Mayumi, my body, has accumulated, I shall reconstruct Man's aquarium. I no longer need to further plan than that. It only needs to be one area. I'll switch my location to that in the real world. Finite yet long. I'll maintain my soul with the grudge as my storage. I close my eyes. My pose is irrelevant. My intuition is telling me a piece of me must cross the aquarium using this power alone. When I was merely a soul, it was simple. Rather, it was merely a hardship necessary for self-preservation. Well then, I will make my wish. For the world that is best for me. A world without the likes of you. Huh? Last I open my eyes, I hear a voice from somewhere. Where is that? You should know already. Ooh. Do you mean the soul is listening? Not from the ears. It isn't that I hear a voice. It's more of a cognizance. You are already dead, no matter how hard you wish that fact will not change. Which is precisely what I told you. I am using this body. Mari entrusted me with her wish. I swore to her that I would grant that wish. What is it you want to do in the real world? What is your unfinished business? To live. Merely continue existing in the world, to extend my hand to eternity. If that's the case, then you, as a person, are already dead. I think there's no meaning in living merely for the sake of living. If you have a heart, you have a place to call home. For example, though her life was like the blink of an eye, Mari lived with all she had, never letting go of her feelings. My control has. I was waiting for the moment when you would try to unify yourself with the aquarium. At that moment, I was sure cracks would appear in your heart. I'm what Mari has entrusted to the world. Therefore, I will now make my wish. Please, disappear. I will hate you with all my life. Isn't that more human anyways? I think the foreign substance within my body has definitely disappeared. I can no longer hear that voice. I am sorry. Turning towards my empty space, I mumble to no one. I am standing in the tunnel tank room. This room is all that remains of this world. In the world already destroyed by Hisaki no Rieko, it seems she only left one area. She said it was reconstruction, so this area will probably disappear soon as well. Himeno and Sayo had already disappeared, but it's not that they died. If they had died, their bodies would remain. They just disappeared, with great big capital letters that emphasize the disappeared part. So, it's alright. Now that Hisaki no Rieko has disappeared, I can feel some sort of different power. This is what Mari entrusted to me. Mari had held on to it, in the hopes that I would make it to the end. Just one, please, a miracle. I say in a small voice, and I close my eyes. At that moment I laugh. How did things end up like this? I have no idea what caused it. All I can say is, this means I was unable to create a miracle. Himeno. I speak to Himeno, who sleeps next to me. There is no response. Sayo. I speak to Sayo, who lies on the ground. There is no reaction. How did it end up like this? There is flesh. There is space as well. If it goes as Kenji-san said, at this rate, if we reach the exit, we could return to the real world. It's just, there is no heart. This isn't a corpse. This is a fever. There is body heat. When I place my ear to the surface of her body, I can hear vibrations. She's like an intricate doll. I laugh. Having no clue what else to do, I can do nothing but laugh. I'm already broken. This is the end of me. The of us rot away together, as good friends do. The marionettes won't laugh. I'm sort of confused as to what's precisely happening in that ending, but the guide tells me that I should be able to just press click and continue to a good ending. It doesn't actually, you don't close out the game basically and you'll be fine. Yep, here we go. Hey, big sister. In this dark world, I hear a voice. I presume that the difference between these two endings, getting this one and this happening afterwards, is that choice. If that's what you really want, Mari. And rather than me saying, I'll go do this for you, I was trying to make that promise. Instead, focusing more on what Mari wants. In this dark world, I hear a voice. I open my eyes in the hopes that something has changed. Nothing has changed in reality, with Himeno and Sayo still lying at my side with their eyes closed. Nothing is being shown to me visually. Big sister, from the bottom of your heart, you wanted me to come back too, didn't you? Because of that, in the end, I was able to see you again, just for a little bit. I feel just a little bit of happiness. I can hear a tiny little voice. I can hear from far away, like the sound of rippling waves. My eyes are still closed, and I strain them. I strain my ears. This time, it really is bye-bye. Surely, sometime. No longer able to hear the voice, I don't open my eyes. The moment I fall asleep feels more like taking a nap, but it's a pleasant feeling. Okay. We have credits again? Oh. I did not mean to skip over that. I just wanted to make my mouse appear. Apparently. Okay. Whoops. My bad. I skipped over the credits. My bad. I think we saw them once before, so I think we'll be fine. I seriously doubt it's much different. On one holiday, we're gathered at a coffee shop with no plans about where we'll go and no particular objective. So what I'm getting from this is that try to bring Mari back with just like a hope, a wish of something happening to bring her back. We don't know what, we just want it to not be some unacceptable method that makes no sense, basically. And it didn't work. And the best thing that could happen from it was the little bit of chance of her coming back and giving one final bye, one final goodbye, which is sad. I do think that this ending has explained a little bit more about everyone's motivations and stuff, and especially Kenji. His background, they didn't go too much into it. I don't know if the other true ending does go into more into his ending, but I do think that they, at the very least, explained what his deal was quite a bit better. But, I mean, they didn't go into all the little details, so there's still some questions about that, but I think they did a good job of just fleshing it out a bit more. With no plans about where we'll go and no particular objective, there's only the feeling that we want to get together. It's a day off, no club activities for Himeno, so we all gather spontaneously. Hey, where should we go today? Anywhere. Went to karaoke last time, so anywhere's fine by me. Hey, Miku's alive! That's great. She was just in a coma, wasn't she? So, we took down the aquarium and stuff like that, and it stopped sucking the life out of her. So basically what I'm assuming is that she only has about 3 years left of life energy. She's gonna die anyways in like 3 years or something. She was in a coma for so long. Yeah. Having finished our drinks, we're finishing lunch and sitting idly. Even though it's a holiday, seats with the customers in them are sparse, so there seems to be a little need to leave hastily. That's an aquarium. Huh? Somehow, even though I intentionally whispered it, Himeno asked me to repeat myself. It's not as if I had a particular thought in mind. As an only child, I don't have many memories of my family going out to do much other than eat. Wait, what happened? I didn't lose all memories of her, did I? That would be really sad. Oh. We often come to Manton to have fun and went shopping in Manton East Building many times. But we've never gone to Manton Aquarium, even though it's like in the same building and shit. It mostly seems to attract people with families or couples, so we've really avoided it. That sounds fine, doesn't it? Sayo was the first to agree for a change. Sayo always complains the longest. In the end, she's more like a chaperone we drag along. Oh yeah, but she's also the best because of that. If Sayo-chan's in, I'm in too. Miku says in a light tone. Apparently, she carelessly fell from her apartment balcony and was hospitalized some time ago. When I heard that story and saw Miku laugh and say, "That was so dumb," I felt like she was just sweeping it away with the carefree words and just gave her a strange smile. How about you, Himeno? Do you like Manton Aquarium? When I asked her, Himeno closes her eyes and looks down. Well, I'm fine with anywhere. I totally agree. It sounds fine. Let's go. Hey, how come we didn't think of it until now? Hey, why are you grabbing onto me? Himeno, sitting up next to me, grabs on tight to me. When I was a kid, I always went to aquariums. I've seen Manton Aquariums in magazine. It looks fun. Then hurry up. With an unpleasant look on her face, Sayo bites down on her straw. Sayo-chan, maybe we should hug too? You're nuts, aren't you? No, you should hug. It's so cute. You're so mean. Even though I are a bit spread out. I think to myself, she's so developed and all, I'm jealous. Yeah, she's definitely very developed for a middle schooler, but whatever. Okay, it's decided. Let's go to the aquarium. That's right. If we can, I want to take my time looking around too. Without giving any reply, in particular, Sayo turned to gaze in my way. As the four of us chat, we head for Manton Aquarium. Right. Later. Later. Bye-bye, that was fun. See you later. Two of them are apparently heading to a live music club. It's not that I'm not interested, it's just it'd be a problem if I get home late, so Himeno and I decide to leave. Those two love music, so after we hang out, they often go there on the way home. Seems they have a particular club they like. I timidly think that the two of them seem so adult-like, probably from living alone, but... The aquarium was fun, It wasn't all that big, but the jellyfish place and some of the other booths were really pretty. Going to the aquarium for the first time in 10 years was more fun than I expected. I said I was the only child. I said I had never been there before, but now she's saying in 10 years. But okay. So, might be fun to go from time to time. Let's go again. Yeah, let's get a year-long pass. The case for it is cute too, after all. I was thinking the same thing. A ticket that lets you go in as much as you want in a year has a case with a really cute design. The only problem is the price. Right with my New Year's present. Now. Such an arbitrary decision to decide I want to get a year-long pass from going there once and just like, I'm going to use all my money that I get all year or something. As we walk home making idle conversation, suddenly the rain begins to fall. It's sunny this morning, so I didn't really watch the weather report. But it's pretty heavy rain. I guess it's a sudden evening shower. Aiueo, let's hurry. Right, As I start to run, I spot a flower shop just ahead of me. A faint light has filtered along this dim road. Mysteriously, it catches my eye. I think I have an idea of what's going to happen. I think, in my infinite wisdom of probably being wrong, that the reason I think I'm an only child is because Mari was reincarnated into a different parallel world, all those possibilities they were talking about, as a person not in my family, and now what we're going to do is we're going to meet her, possibly in this flower shop, and she's going to become a friend of us, and we're going to live happily ever after. Maybe I'm just getting my hopes up, because I think I'm probably just getting my hopes up, but yeah. A flower shop? They sure are open late. It's nearby though, so let's wait out the rain there. Himeno, who followed my gaze, takes my arm and runs with me. Oh, a random blue flower. Oh, how pretty! Oh, the blue flower among all the red. Yeah, that's pretty good symbolism for some stuff that has happened lately. On the interior of the store is overflowing with brightly colored flowers in full bloom. Tulips and it's difficult to set my eyes on a particular one. Ah, My gaze stops on a single, eye-catching blue rose. The blue rose that seems to be filled to the brim with sadness. Mix in with it the red roses. It stands out, blooming like something from a dream. I can't take my eyes off of it. I don't understand the reason myself, but I can feel a single teardrop on my cheek. Mayu? The shopkeeper tells us the meaning of the blue rose in the language of flowers. Miracles. Blessings of the gods, making dreams come true. And then? Would you like one? Sounds like the shopkeeper is willing to lower the price. I'm so taken by it, I forgot to wipe away my tears. Staring at it the whole time, a sense of nostalgia overflows from me. Himeno waits for me the whole time. It seems like such a long time until we can no longer hear the intense sound of the rain. I think that this flower may be tied to one of my earliest childhood memories. I put the flower shop behind me. Droplets of water drip from the awning above the entrance. In the end, I didn't buy the blue rose. I was going to buy it, but then lost any sense of what I had originally seen. It's probably because it continues to bloom within my heart. Was it alright for you not to buy it? Yeah, I'm happy as I am. From now, and always. What's up with you being so earnest lately? Himeno takes my hand and she smiles. We have so many fun things ahead of us, so we'll always be happy. Right. Oh, middle schoolers. Middle schoolers, wait till you experience real life. We'll always be happy, of course. Well, we'll probably have lots of hardships too, like entrance exams. Yep, that will be the worst thing you ever experience in your life, entrance exams. It's fine. Am I also really stupid in this world? I might be. I probably am. I can no longer hear the sound of drops. We take a step out into the vast clear sky. Finn. Yeah, that was nice. I was hoping, I was a little excessively hopeful probably about it going a little bit of a different direction, but yeah, I like that ending. It was nice. It was nice. I will note it was definitely the most, it gave the most closure, I think. I think that was the point of that ending. I'm not sure about the other ones. I do think the marionette won't laugh, fall into poison. I do think that I'm not gonna go through the other endings, not on a video or recording or anything. I will do my normal review, end of Let's Play reviews, go into more depth about my opinions on this, and I think that might take a little bit, because I do think I'll probably just quickly go through these, like, at my own pace, since, if you didn't know, reading these out loud actually makes it take notably longer, because you can't, if you're a faster reader like myself, then you can't just, like, skip forward. I mean, it might take twice as long even. I don't know. Not, like, hugely longer, but I do want to see these, and I'll probably talk about them a little bit in my, at least my opinions of them in the review. But overall, I thought this was a really nice story. Overall, it's not like the best visual novel ever. It wasn't mind-blowing in its characters and stuff. It had good characters. It had interesting, an interesting lore behind it that wasn't, like, too overdone. It had a simple concept of Mayumi's journey with her sister and the other characters, and also the whole bad end thing. It had a few goals that it seemed to set out with, and I think it achieved all those very well. Again, it didn't try to be amazing. I don't think it tried to be amazing. I think it just tried to be good, and it succeeded at that extremely well. And it's really hard to say much negative about it. I mean, let's see, if there are negatives... negatives. I guess that it wasn't overly ambitious, maybe? I don't know. There are certainly some parts that were not explained immensely well, where even, like, Mayumi was like, what the fuck were you even talking about? I don't understand what you're saying. Explain it better. Explain it better, Rieko. You're not making any sense. Mayumi was like that sometimes, and that's probably the biggest weakness of it. That, I mean, I think everything makes a sort of sense, but it really tries to have this very metaphysical, not necessarily based in a ton of logic, sort of background to it, lore to it. It has like some logic to it, how the events played out, but exactly why it works, how it works, maybe not necessarily. I really like the addition of Miku for the like exclusive stuff to the Steam release. I really like her as a character. I really like how she interacts with Sayo. You know what? The entire final cast, I really like them as characters. Himeno, Sayo, Miku, Mayumi. She's a good character, but she's a little overshadowed by the other three, just as in terms of pure like quality of interesting characters. She has the biggest character arc, obviously. The entire game is built around her character arc, but I think I liked all the characters. Even Kenji by the end was like a pretty interesting character with all that. And Rieko had a little bit more depth by the end of the Fall into Poison one. I mean, after the Princesses of Drop one, she just seemed like she was crazy. She was evil for the sake of being evil. She didn't really seem like she had much to her. She has a little bit more depth now in that she just wants to live. And she's so consumed by her negative emotions that she becomes what she is there. I mean, she still murdered someone. I can't forget that. So, overall, I like these two endings. I feel as though they really give a good closure to it. I'm going to run through the other ones just relatively quickly before I write the review, before I get into any of that, see if it changes my opinions on it. It might. I don't expect them to. I don't think this one's supposed to be like any eye-catching stuff. This might have new information that, if it does, I'll probably just talk about it in the review. But I've been ranting for probably several minutes now, and I'm sure you're willing to just let me walk away and be done with this now. Yeah, I'll elaborate more on my opinions as I stop and because it's much easier to stop and write things down and get a bit more of a good idea of what you actually think and get it a bit more in a comprehensive form than just rambling off what you think at the end of a Let's Play. Because I know people love to do that. People will just rant off stuff, but the review will be more elaborate, and that's all I have for you today. I'll see you then, and hopefully in the next visual novel I start. Drive safely, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you for coming on this journey. It's been fun. It's been grotesque. It's been less than desirable endings at times, especially some of those early ones. But overall, it's been a very interesting journey with great characters, good music, good art, just a good story overall. And again, for the last time, as I say this too many times as I start adding on random other things to say, drive safely. Hopefully see you next time.